morning. This is Rush Hour. Go ahead.
Good morning, man.
Good morning, my
How
brother.
How you doing?
Fantastic.
I want to congratulate Daisy and her child on this super day for them.
Praise God.
I wish I had a nice car, electrical car, so I can be blowing my horn too. I'm celebrating with her. But what I call you to say is this: when the Bahamas government take a position, okay, to reject the experience of the wise, that's the older among us, and all of us, little contribution that we have placed on the table as relates to immigration and the illegal immigration and the proliferation of the migration of illegal immigration. And I maintain, okay, now, I maintain every human being is born equal, okay, in rights and in dignity. But when it comes to people believing that the Bahamas is where you throw all of your waste, anything you don't want, you just throw it to the Bahamas, and they have to accept it. That's an aggression. That's an egregious aggression against a democratic country. Okay, this is a sovereign nation. The Minister of Immigration over the years, all of y'all, okay, every last one for almost 47 years. This one we have is trying to do some things. No, Bahamian have heard Amos said, I did not like how doctors them said over the years in these different governments that no matter who the woman is pregnant, they're going to serve the woman. I said, yes, you have to serve her. That's the international law. You have to take care of the sick. But you have to also document those that you know to be illegal. They cannot even speak a one word of English. And you're telling me you're giving them talking fool, but they have Bahamian passport? We need to investigate many of these former ministers of immigration and foreign affairs.
But Amos, do we do that though? Hold on. Hold on, Amos. I know you said a tangent. Hold on, Amos. Hold on. I ain't hanging up on you. But I want you to hold on.
Big bro.
No, but listen to me. What I'm asking you is this.
I'm going to stand.
Okay, Amos. What I'm asking you is this.
Go ahead.
Do we investigate the individual who sat in the seat in successive governments, or do we restructure the system? Talk to me.
Yes, the system is the cabinet. The cabinet is the system.
Yeah, but you can't put it on the individual because that was there before they reach.
Pardon?
You can't put it on the individual. That was there before they reach.
You know, hear what I'm saying. Hear what I said. I said all government over the years leading up to this 47 year of independence have been negligent.
Okay.
In their duties as relates to listen to me. If I get shot by anybody and I end up to the hospital and they have to
call the police. Yes.
Why are the law being used? That's where Chapter 3, Article 26 comes in.
Okay.
You know, they are discriminating against the very same people who hired them. They're telling us we're stupid. How could you entertain? Okay, if you're going to entertain 500,000 acres to one person, surely 400,000 acres between 400,000 should not be a problem.
Talk to me, Amos. You're talking now. You're preaching today. Praise God. I want an acre too. Amen. Let's put that all of us, we should put a little email together to the OPM office. What was the email address again? OPM office at gov.bs, whatever it was. We should say that. I think we all are entitled to at least a portion of our land. If you're going to be able to give all to one individual, if you're going to give it all to the sovereignty of another nation to ensure that we could be able to find ourselves secured financially or whatever you think is going to happen, these people are in significant position. They are in a position, they're trying to take over our things. And if we can't see that the only thing that we're going to be able to sit down here, you know, old people used to say, I ain't got nothing. They got me trying to pick peas out of a mess, right? If you ever heard that saying, right? And Amos, one of the very first things that you said when we started to talk is that they give garbage to the Bahamian people. But over the years, what we've done is shuffle through the garbage and try to find, oh my God, I found something. And this idea that another man's garbage is our gold and our treasure. No, man, that's garbage. And we are the treasure of the globe. We know that. We continue to shimmer in the Atlantic. We ain't got to take no garbage and mess from nobody else. There's 400,000 of us. And we have enough acreage and land here that we can all be owners and be able to find ourselves in a better position. So, Amos, I with you with a little piece. You make some sense today. Praise God for you. Let's take a telephone call. Caller, you on the line with us live. Good morning. This is Rush Hour. Go ahead.
Mr. Grant, how are you doing?
Fantastic, my brother. What's happening?
Everything all right?
Yeah, man. Everything cool?
Yeah, Mr. Grant, you have to realize Dwayne Sands is not in the real world. I said the real world. You know, when you, as a cabinet minister, you're so busy doing tours and bookings, you can't see what's happening on the ground.
You sound like he's a celebrity. Talk to me. Tours and bookings.
No. I mean, you know, cabinet ministers, they travel here and there, but no, when Dwayne Sands going to ground in Elizabeth, people slamming the door in his face, telling him all kind of things. I mean, Mr. Grant, I mean, the whole world know the F&M is off the table, so that's a non-issue. The F&M finished from the raise what? You know what I'm saying? So that's a non-issue, okay?
So the whole world know this.
You know what I mean, Mr. Grant? You know you're...
Amos, you ready now?
I'm ready now.
Talk.
Okay. Now, brother,
Miller.
the guest, brother DePute. Please tell me on the phone. Brother DePute.
Yes, sir.
I love you. I love your contribution, but more than all of that, I love your experience that came with time. So now what I'm saying to you and Leslie Miller, and those words also go for Leslie Miller, those words also go for Vaughn Miller, those words also go for the Member of Parliament for Centerville. Those words also go for Frank, Mr. Marco Tyne.
He speaks tomorrow, by the way.
Say it again?
He speaks tomorrow, I think.
He's tomorrow, right. Now, Steve, for the interest of the wisdom that is coming from you, and over the years, the wisdom, knowledge we have gained from you, we are much understanding of the issues. I need you to know that. Just you. I need you to know the people who you say yesterday might not have called. You know how your people go. They speak, and your guest knows, they speak humbly, and they show their humility. Yes, even if they have to starve, even if they have to go through the light on.
So I misread the people then.
No, yes, sir.
I think I misread the people.
I didn't call you yesterday because, I mean, I think I did, but at the end, when I hear your heart, your core, your soul, anyone go against you, they ain't fighting against you. They're fighting against their own soul. I want them to hear me today. I want them to hear your guest today. Anyone who will fight against him and what he stands for, I don't care where he been, I don't care what he have, where he been and what he have, and this way he is on Steve Show. On Steve Show. So, I need, you know, I have to say something, give me 2 minutes. No, give me 1 minute, and I go on after it, and I can say it fast. I need, and I'm glad I didn't have nothing to say until I hear the heart of the farmer, which need to be in the future, again, our Minister of Health, Dr. Dwayne Sands. I heard him, and I want him to know, you know what you did for me as a Bahamian citizen who got injured and ended up in hospital before you were in government. You know what you did. Like those can say what you did, those of us who you delivered. You delivered me when I got injured. No politics can get in between that. I need you to understand something, sir. When I have taken to the radio for the last 10 years, it's because of the good, of the pure and the righteousness of what we deserve. And at the end of the day, nothing can deter me, no woman, no man, no mommy or daddy can deter me from the truth. Honesty, integrity belongs to the Creator. That's Steve's wisdom. That's Steve's knowledge. That's Steve's understanding. And he wouldn't give up. And he won't give up. And he know. Why should he keep losing? Bahamas, you talk the chroniclers. Why should he keep losing? Because the chroniclers are the only ones who trying to keep him focused. As he keep them focused. What happened to your voice? And you want to talk about what the PLP or the F&M did? Come on, talk to me. Look at me in my face. Lift up your head to the rising sun and answer me. Why don't you all call? I told you all, don't call if you don't know what's going on as relates to 20 seconds. After 20 seconds, they don't know where a phone call came from, so they know your name, and they can't victimize you. The guest in the station, I do not do anything without permission from Steve as relates to this show. As relates to this show. He is what come before one? Because he's like that times 4. Okay? That's how important his divine path. He's the light for the day. When it comes to 5 and 7, he is the lamp to our pathway, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. What you gonna do? You ain't gonna pick up the phone? I told you all.
Call, let them call me, Amos. They must call because we need to hear what they have to say to the people.
Forget that. Let me fix it. Let me fix it for you. This is why they need to call. They need to call because of the status quo who have heard Steve. They saying, yes, we know he right, and we can destroy him. And when you don't call, you're telling those status quo, you're telling the people who have created the issue upon issue that their darkness is greater than the light that Steve bringing, the wisdom Steve bringing. Talk to me. I want y'all to talk to me. And listen to me. Do not come to this radio unless you comprehend. I did not say nothing. Comprehension starts with C. Understand begin with you. See you, see Steve. See what Steve's saying in the Holy Spirit. Here, Steve. Let me talk to Steve.
No.
Steve, I'm going right now. No, Steve, I'm going.
Yet?
Going after this. I have to say that because, honest to God, I really listened to the Minister of Finance in the budget debate. And I'm going to listen to the rest. I need them to comprehend what I don't know now. Steve is going to help me. And what we don't know from what we gain from Amos and Steve, that Amos is learning from Steve and the guests of guests. Steve, my condolences goes out to an Atlanta staff that I found out just now, tears in my soul. The fact that the young lady who died was my friend. I just met her 2 years ago. When they opened up the beach bar on the beach to Atlantis, they had it closed for a long time. They used to marry people from the beach, from that area, and then turned it into a chapel. Now it's back to a beach bar. From a chapel to a bar. The chapel, bar, chapel, bar, open, chapel, closed. But God be the glory, Steve. At the end of the day, they're going to get it right. But they can't get nothing right until we tell them how we feel. Who is we? We is not Steve. We is not Amos. We is only 2 votes. Steve and Amos is only 2 votes. What happened to the rest?
Yeah.
If you all don't listen to him and you all cause him put out this kind of energy and get back what? What he's getting back?
Nothing.
Don't tell me nothing but no sponsors. The sponsors ain't been nowhere around when he started the show. They might keep the show going because they have their own individual interests to protect. At the end of the day, someone who have their own individual interests to protect is using or allowing the wisdom of someone who have boldness.
Okay, I gotta go. I hear you. Amos is loaded today. I don't know if you heard some of the subtleties things that he was saying. He was talking about the show yesterday. I was talking about when we were on in the air with Leslie. I got a little bit despondent toward the end of the show yesterday because I put a question right directly to people. What do you think of this pair? I said. Should we open in July? Should we put it off because of COVID-19 and all that, the pandemic? And should we open perhaps in August or September? A basic question like that. That's a direct question. I mean, that's it. You had people talking all kind of stuff. Don't want to go in that area because they may have hurt the Denisio or the Prime Minister. It was incredible. I lost it. No, I lost it because my whole thing is, if that is how they're dealing with these things, you think we can get anybody to talk about Aragonite? You think we can get anybody to talk about the problem down in Morgan's Bluff? You think we can get anybody to talk about the real things that mean something to us, you and me as business people? No, we're not going to get that. And that means then that something has come over the country. But I'll tell you something. I want you to hear this. A lady came to me today at my farm. And she said to me, Steve, I hear you yesterday. She said, I want you to know there's something called Uber. Don't lie. Say whether you know it or not. She said, and somebody's got this country with a spell on it. And the people are afraid. That's what she came to tell me. She came to tell me that the people are afraid to talk about things that are really affecting them. Say, because if you don't believe in Obia, it's okay with me. She say, but you see, the people believe in Obia. I say, what? She say, yeah, the people believe in Obia. And say, because of what is being said by the people in charge of this country right now, she said to me, she said, they have a spell on this country. I said, man, I didn't want to, but the woman came to me and she said, you don't have to believe what I'm saying, I'm telling you something. She says, this country is under siege. She says, people are not going to speak on many things. She said, you notice how a lot of things just haywire? I say, yes. She says, that is what is happening. She said, the people themselves, she called a particular by name, don't want to call his name. Say, that's what he believe in. Say, I ain't asking you. Say, I know him from long time. So there you go. That's why I bring it up. She said, I know this man from long time, and that's what he is all about. She said, you ain't got to believe me. She said, but you'll see. And she, just as she came to my farm, she spent...
Is this man in government today?
Yes, that's right. That's right. And she was talking that and talking to the top of her voice. She talked to the top of her voice. That time I got all kind of Haitian people living in my area where the farm is. She talked to the top of her voice. And she didn't mince her words. And she said more than that. That's all I'm going to say. She read off the whole riot act on this particular government and tell me who's who and how they related. Had her facts down to the T. It was incredible. I say, what? She say, yes. You ain't got to believe me. Say, we under a spell. I didn't want to really talk about that today, but I mentioned it because it came to me. 6:45 is the time right now. This is Hard Copy. We've got more calls on Hard Copy. Let me take these two calls and take a break. Hard Copy, are you there?
Hey, Sid.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
All is well.
I want to explain to you something that I got enlightened to the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I call it the New Deal.
Okay.
The Bar Association and the way members are enriching themselves through the court system. I heard Obi Ferguson talking to a gentleman on the show when he said there was this guy who the government owed $500 over time.
Yeah.
So he took him to court. The case kept getting adjourned, right? Then they decided to give the guy the $500. The government also had to come up with $15,000 in legal fees. You see the milking system?
Yeah.
Now, I read in the papers this morning there was an officer that shot some gentleman in the...
Police brutality, yeah, I say.
They got $22,000,
That's right, yeah. And he's going to get more, they say.
But this from 2013. So
That's right.
what do you think the legal fees on that extension of time, like 7 to 8 years? You see, and the Bar Association worked both sides, You see where I'm coming from when I say
I
the
hear
New
you.
Deal milking
I see.
and enriching themselves to the court system? Now, I give you something. Let me see you run with it, and you tell the people in this nation.
I have got it. I received it. I have it. I understand what you're saying.
There's a monopoly. The country got so much links in it, plus paying off all these debts. They could be broke in a couple of years.
Well, Peter Terry Question, as I say last week, that we ain't broke. So.
But see, without saying anything, You think Haiti thought this could be broke?
No.
See, this religious crap is going, there's no end to it. Okay? You got Bar Association, you got lawyers on both sides, and they share the income.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying. It warrants a big investigation.
I'm not stupid, and you're not stupid.
Yeah, wish me luck on it.
But they living in their own little private world in this country,
No question about it. We know what you're saying. We know what you're saying. Thank you very much for your call.
All right, Steve.
Appreciate it. Okay. All right. Hard copy. How are you, sir?
Yes, good evening, Steve. How are you?
Yes, all is well.
Wonderful. Done great.
Yes, Mr.
The legislature.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
He's got a big white beard now today.
Yes. That's how intelligent he is. But Steve, man, that called us now. I think he really wanted to boil down those words. There are many ways in taking money out of the cookie jar.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say it like how we know it to be in the street. Okay, that's money they're taking out of the cookie jar, but they're doing it a different way from the people that they took over from.
I see.
Okay, and you see, we can't be too nice. I mean, I understand that we're on the radio and we need no libel and stuff like that, but this prime minister, it seems as if I know he was not a valedictorian inside his class, because a valedictorian don't operate like this. You know, you allow things to happen, and then you're gonna send someone, but they're gonna give an explanation, and then when it comes to resign and all that type of stuff. No, sir. Then you could tell me there's gonna be an investigation. You never made a report on Oban. You never made a report on BPL. You never made a report on that board for BPL. You promised all these things. Oh, come on, man.
No delivery.
You just never do nothing. But here it is. You're collecting big checks. Start collecting, coming to collect my check from me. I employ you, okay? But you're still collecting my check, them. You ain't doing nothing. Okay, you even going to open up a new ministry to give one of your boys some more of my money. Okay, you even caused the president and the Senate to leave to go to become director. Where's more money than was given in the Senate? Okay, I am not blind. You are taking the money out of the cookie jar, then you can come back to me, but let you another time. You got to be crazy. Thanks for letting me share, Steve.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I believe people are beginning to open their eyes now, because the floodlights have been turned on. You can't miss it. I mean, you can see the evil and the corruption and the crazy stuff that's been happening here to us. We have been taking it and saying nothing. I believe that we cannot sit here for another 2 years plus and just wait. But, you know, your peers is right. You have to play by the rules. If that's what we have to do, we've got to be building up our arsenal to say to them, my brother, you can't be serious coming to ask me for no vote. You can be. The hell, you got to go. You've got to go out. We'll see you later, please. Because at the end of the day, if they were doing something, you'll say, well, you know, they're so bad. At least they do that. But we have nothing to compare and say, they have done this. Give them a break on that. They've done that. Nothing. We can't even get the business license straight. What is this all? We can't even get the electricity straight. We can't get the telephone straight. They sell that. They sell Vitelco. I was down to Vitelco yesterday, Pierre de Puge. That place is filthy. I hope they're hearing me. The big building on with this road.
What did I tell you about the Philippines?
Listen, man, I hear what you're saying. On what, JFK? That is the filthiest place. Garbage and stuff all around the front door. This is yesterday. I hope they clean it up. But I know that all kind of other people are here doing things on our behalf. We don't even answer our own telephones. Something is wrong with us.
I told you about the Philippines.
Boy,
it's about time people learn. And the other thing that mentioned what this one of your callers made said, he, you know, if you don't have quick justice, you don't have justice at all.
That's right.
Now, how long do the things drag out?
For years.
Dragging out in court.
Well,
the Attorney General himself says he can see that
he's going to see that it can drag out for 5 years.
So you have no justice.
As long as he's in charge for 5 years, you ain't going to get no justice. Isn't that something?
This town is full of.
You think the Attorney General should be saying stuff like that?
This town is full of very decent lawyers. Don't get me wrong, but they got their good share of nasty ones, yeah? Crooked.
My God. Hard copy, how you doing?
Good afternoon,
Yes, sir.
Steve McKinney. Good afternoon, Mr. Defuge.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
My brothers, to really, truly tell you, I watched you just now, Steve, and I could see how frustrated and irate you are right now with this government and what they're doing to the people, and I feel the same way, my brother. But I just called to find out, what are we going to do as a people to combat these problems that we are having out of this administration and what they are doing, what they are forcing down the throat of Bahamian people, and all of this poverty they have us in. They say 55,000 people.
Yeah.
I don't think so, Steve. I think it's about 150,000 people are out of work.
You think so? You really think that?
I really think that, Steve. And the sad part is more people are going to lose their jobs.
But you know, what is incredible is this. We see the handwriting on the wall from this COVID thing came into being. And we're going to perhaps live with this for another 2 years, easily. I mean, all the big shot people have been saying that. But listen to this. You have to anticipate that crime is going to get out of control. My daughter came home yesterday, I mean, totally upset. They she went into the food store, Super Value, Marquis Street. They smashed the car glass, took out a bag from under the seat. Under the seat, in a car that's so well concealed, you can't even see nothing on the seat. They broke the car glass and took it out and left. See,
what a time.
you don't see. Yeah, the crime is going to spill out of control, so much so that people are going. You saw the papers this morning, yesterday. The Tribune had a wonderful picture of the fella in the store with a handgun, using a handgun at the teller. Something is wrong, and we don't even see these things happening. We pretend like we don't see them.
I just see it looks like this government
Yes, go ahead.
doesn't care about us, doesn't care about us eating, about us being able to provide our parents and fathers, doesn't care about if our light get cut off or shut off. They are trying to make paupers out of the Bahamian people, and they're being very successful at it. And what they don't understand, this is going to come back to nip them right in the butt. The Bahamian people of this country is going to get irate, they're going to get crazy, and things are going to happen what this government wish not to happen.
I hear you.
I'm going to hang up.
A word to the wise is sufficient. I appreciate your call.
I'm going to listen. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, a word to the wise is sufficient. As much as I can say. Hard copy, how you doing? Are you there? Hard copy, how are you? Are you there? Okay, I don't hear anything. All right. Hard copy, how are you?
Hi, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Mr. McKinney,
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to add, because I am discouraged. You know, every time I listen to the show, as much as I love listening to you, and hearing what we are conversating about in regards to the government, I just want to bring back to your remembrance the prophet that was on. And when he spoke about, if
Who's
we
that?
don't vote for the man, if we vote for a color, this country is going to end up in red. And you know what you start talking about?
Oh, yes, you're talking about Prophet Johnny Rutledge.
Right. See, we have to remember those
I
things.
remember that. He did say that.
Of what is being said
Johnny
and
Rutledge,
keep
fell
our
out of New
eye
York.
on the pump. Now, even talking about these men and what they're doing and what we're going to do, we keep talking. We have to find a way in the rules. They get for 5 years, but the point is, look here, how can we get them up before 5 years? If they're cheating the people, we should be able to get rid of them before the 5 years is up. Is there a law in place to deal with that? And we need to look into those things. Not let the people stay there for 5 years and simply beat us down to the point that we now start to simply
All I can tell you, we got to be ready. But there are laws in place, and they are to be in place until 5 years. That is the way it is in the country, 5-year term limits. But the point is, that doesn't mean that we can't be ready and vigilant to the point where we say, look, man, we're waiting on you all to go. And make sure you hurry it up and make sure you say it. Say it to them every day. We can't wait for you all to go and carry your butt because you've not been treating us well.
No. And I'm saying that, the same thing now, they have for 5 years. They're actually taking advantage of us, doing all this corrupt things and making money. What do we do about that? We can't let them.
Well, just like what they did to the PLP. You want to jail somebody? Well, jail them.
Of course. But that's what I'm saying. We need to have our system. Someone who comes in strong enough to do what's right. Anyone who is actually wronging the people, you actually deal with them.
I tell you, my friend, I'll tell you this. There's hope, you know.
Yes.
There's a fella by the name of Dwayne Sands. Listen to me carefully.
Yes, sir.
He's by the name of Dwayne Sands. He's out on the outside. He's feeling very, very happy these days. I believe that he's been told some things about some things that's happened in this country. He knows quite wonderfully how ready they are, that quote, to take things over. So, what I'm saying is that Dwayne Sands and some other people, including some people who are politicians right now in the present government, these guys may get together, and they could get together and topple this same Brave Davis opposition party that we now have. These guys have got more people right now on their ticket. Right now, exactly right now, than you would want to imagine. And there's some names that you should know. I don't have to call their names. There's some names that you should know that are on that ticket right now to do some heavy lifting and get this government change right now, this same moment.
Well, that I can appreciate. And again, even though I'm discouraged, I'm still hopeful. I still believe at the end of the day, the Lord is going to take care of his people. Like he said, let the wheat and the weeds grow up at the same time. And when it's time for harvest, he will do what he has to do.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, but it's just partly at the same time, and hopefully, like you said, I'm believing these men are going to be mindful of all the wrongs that this government has done.
They've done all kind of wrongs within that party. See, that's what I'm saying. The thing is loaded so much so that they're busting inside and outside the party. That's what's actually happening right now. In case we didn't even know that. These are things that we do know. These are things that I told people before may happen. Because we can see the handwriting on the wall. You just watch. You haven't seen the last of Dwayne Sands yet. If you all believe that you've seen the last of him, you tell a lie.
Well, I'm happy to hear that he is regrouping and he's staying strong and staying vigilant and staying positive because I am back. I am with that. You know, words can't even express how I feel about what's happening. Now, I don't know all the ins and outs, but what I've been hearing...
Stay tuned. This is the station to stay tuned to. We'll tell you.
Yes, sir. You know, and so therefore, but based on what I've been hearing, and I listen to you pretty much every day. I call it from time to time, but I always want to call it to remind you, as a little silly audience, the prophecies that have been said. All right, now, we can't
Johnny Rutledge.
But there is a point where, hey, there's going to be retribution.
Yeah. I remember him saying that. I'm going to find that tape. I'll play that for you by tomorrow. I'll find that tape. I appreciate your call. Thank you so much.
Thank
No, I've been hearing a lot about a coup and all that sort of stuff.
You call it a coup. I ain't call it a coup.
But people have to understand or find out the logistics of all of these things before they go jumping. Simply because if, for example, this group leaves the F&M, the Prime Minister, before they have a vote of no confidence goes through,
You'll call
he can call an election. Then again, you have a group going over. They would then make the PLP not the opposition anymore. So you will have the opposition, the F&M opposition, and the F&M government. And these things people better think about, and before they move on anything.
I agree with that.
Because you jump in, you don't want to jump.
Opposition government, opposition F&M.
Yeah, but you don't want.
But if you cut a line straight down the center, and you know that these guys are different from those guys, they may be opposition, or they may be of the same ilk, the same party.
I am out of politics now, but I'm only saying that is what is possible, and whoever's doing whatever they're doing should think twice.
There's a word called desperation.
Yeah, well, true.
Desperation. Denise would like to use that word. Every time he opens his mouth, he says, there's this desperate situation in Grand Bahama, there's this desperate situation for the IMF, there's a desperate. Let me tell you, desperation is a serious thing.
Yeah.
When you see people get so desperate,
they
will do what they have to do to make it work.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. Right now, anything could work within this particular government right now. Anything.
Getting people riled up. I'm not saying it won't happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that they aren't well on their way of doing it.
But I've been hearing
they don't deserve it, but all I'm saying is when you move from a radical point position, you already.
Well, you got to think. You got to think carefully. You got to. And see these guys. See the people. Let me tell you something.
You know, let me just say this. People, I know people aren't going to like it, but that's their problem. I wasn't a UBP. I became a UBP after '67, not before.
Mm-hmm.
I opposed a lot of the things they were doing. I didn't like Stafford Sands, but Stafford Sands was a genius as far as tourism and finance was concerned. There are other things you didn't like about him, but that there could be basically for him or all the rest in that time. But people have to understand that they pushed their luck too far.
So and
consequently, they gave way to the color card, which is very emotional. When they lost in '67, this country was $10 million in the black.
Mm-hmm.
There's no cent. They had $10 million. And now there's something like $7 billion in
the red.
In the red. Now, a lot of this...
Who did that?
A lot of this is because emotionalism over the years have put a lot of people in there that don't know what the hell they're doing, okay? We don't want to get in another situation like that. We want fairness for everybody in this country, but if we go and jump from the fire into the frying pan into the fire, we're in trouble. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have a coup, but I just want to let people know.
But I appreciate what you're saying. You speak truth. I appreciate your wisdom. That's what you're here for. Wisdom is a serious thing. And I'm telling you today, Peter Puch, you may not believe this. There's something that's going on that is going to be shocking to the Bahamian people. And it's all played out because of some things I told you earlier. People had been playing this card game for many months to get some people in place where they wanted them originally, but they didn't calculate how this thing would play out against their own interests. In other words, if the Prime Minister wanted to do some things, he did all the right things to get people in the right positions where they're supposed to be right now, but it's not calculating in his best interest. That's what's actually happening.
Well, that may be it. That may be it. All I do is I'm telling people, I'm saying...
And I appreciate that.
Don't let... And I'm not saying that they should not go heavily against the government, because the government doesn't deserve anything, quite frankly. They've done a lousy job.
Terrible.
But they just have to look at the good of the country before they look at the good of themselves.
And there's always the possibility of other things converging. You're talking about things converging. Things can converge to the point where you never know. Some people may be able to pick from any side and make a core team that can be a very relevant team.
In 67 or pre-67,
Individual.
UBP asked for the problems they had because they pushed the luck.
Yeah, pushed
the luck, and they pushed it too far. And now it looks as though the same set of
Sure as
people...
night follows day, we shall surely be the government when the sun rises tomorrow.
Yes, and the same
Jeffrey Johnstone.
The same set of people are doing the same thing right now, pushing the luck.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm afraid that this time, if they push the luck too far, they'll have a little different occurrence because people have been talking revolution.
Yeah. Well, we ain't want no revolution.
We don't want that.
We ain't want no revolution. But you see, the point is something has got to give. And I asked that question to Wright. What is it that we have to deal with? Something has got to give. What is it that we've got to deal with? What is it that we've got to really deal with? Something has got to give. What gives? Are there any real answers for the problems we face as Bahamian people? What gives? We'll see. Peter Puget, I want to thank you so much. You've been a good...
Thank you.
I don't know if it's because you are growing a beard, but something has happened today, and, you look more distinguished, you look more scholarly, you look like a university professor, and I think you carried on that way today with me on the show today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, kind sir. 9 minutes behind the hour, 7 o'clock, and we shall see you. By the way, you see, I want to just show this to my friends. You see this? Can you see this? This is my wonderful bread. This is DillyBread. This bread has been made from the goodness of the heart of a lady called Susan. And let me tell you something, my friend. This real bread. Look at that. Look at that. This is bread. This is DillyBread, made from sapodilla. That's the kind of thing that we can do. I want to make sure that somebody gives me the license that I can promote and market this bread for her, and I'm going to...